James Woods. Whether in front of the camera or behind a microphone, James Woods stood out as one of Hollywood's most charismatic actors for decades. His stature would likely still be intact if only he stayed off social media. On X, or Twitter as the old guard still calls it, Woods has served as one of the loudest cheerleaders for former President Donald Trump. Supporting controversial politicians aside, Woods has come under fire for making homophobic and other insensitive comments. In 2018, Woods' talent agency dropped him as a client while Family Guy cut ties with the fan-favorite guest star. Woods has vowed to sue the Democratic National Committee, claiming that his career has been destroyed by these very people, although his actions are his own. Felicity Huffman. With nepotism being all the rage, this Oscar-nominated actress probably could have gotten her daughter Sophia into a good college through name recognition or by making a sizable donation. Apparently, that wouldn't have come off as privileged enough. Pursuing a more illegal path, Huffman was accused of paying someone to take her daughter's SAT in 2019. She was one of several implicated in the Varsity Blues conspiracy, which included Lori Loughlin. Just as Loughlin and her husband had a brief stay in prison following guilty pleas, Huffman served 2 weeks in addition to paying a $30,000 fine and receiving 250 community service hours. Some may say she got off easy, but Huffman's career has yet to recover. We wonder how Mr. Macy feels about this. Charlie Sheen. By 2010, 2.5 Men was the highest-rated sitcom in primetime, and Charlie Sheen was TV's most handsomely paid star, making just under $2 million per episode. Uncle Charlie had it made, but his issues behind the scenes soon engulfed his career like a mushroom cloud. Given how well the show was performing, Sheen still felt he wasn't making enough, all while badmouthing creator Chuck Lorre. Between Sheen's legal troubles and showing little improvement after multiple trips to rehab, Warner Brothers finally decided enough was enough, replacing the star with Ashton Kutcher. The series' anger management capitalized on his notoriety, but Sheen has since become better known for his bizarre interviews. Too bad Sheen couldn't monetize all of the winning memes he inspired. Jussie Smollett. Hate crimes remain a serious issue. When somebody fakes such a heinous offense, it not only takes attention away from those in need, but it slows progress that already isn't moving fast enough. While staging a crime like this is unacceptable under any circumstance, getting a grasp on Jussie Smollett's motivations is especially mind-numbing. The former child star achieved a breakout role as Jamal Leon on the rating juggernaut Empire. Fans were heartbroken when they heard Smollett was attacked outside his apartment complex. That was until news broke that Smollett staged the incident, paying 2 brothers. Reportedly, Smollett's action stemmed from being dissatisfied with his salary. Jamal was noticeably absent from the final season of Empire as Smollett faced a storm of ongoing legal battles. Michael Richards. This Emmy-winning comedian rose to icon status as Cosmo Kramer on a Seinfeld. Following the failure of The Michael Richards Show, he disappeared from the limelight for nearly 6 years. When Richards resurfaced, it wasn't a comeback, but rather a final nail in his career. Anyone who had never heard of TMZ or The Laugh Factory became familiar with both after footage of Richards' racist on-stage tirade made the rounds. Richards' attempts to apologize backfired, contacting Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton when many felt he should have been reaching out to the audience members he yelled at. Richards has never been able to live down the incident, only landing a handful of roles since. This includes playing himself in a meta Curb Your Enthusiasm story arc. Roseanne Barr. From her infamous Star-Spangled Banner performance to dressing up as the Führer for a magazine shoot, Roseanne Barr is no stranger to controversy. 2018 provided a clean slate. Her hit sitcom was back on the air, assembling longtime fans while gaining new ones. All she had to do was not say anything reprehensible. That said, Disney knew that they were taking a risk on Roseanne. Amid the show's resurgence, Bob Iger recalled having lunch with Barr, telling her, "You've got to stay off Twitter. You've got a great thing going here. Don't blow it." So, what did Roseanne do? She went on Twitter, made some racist comments about Valerie Jarrett of the Obama administration, and blew it. Turns out the Connors don't need Roseanne. Armie Hammer. Armie Hammer was seemingly on the verge of superstardom, especially with his acclaimed performance in Call Me By Your Name. That House of Hammer, as some have called it, came crashing down in early 2021 when a series of concerning texts between the actor and several women surfaced. While the legitimacy of the texts was called into question, further allegations painted a disturbing pattern of behavior on Hammer's part. It wasn't long until Hammer found himself dropping out of roles across film, TV, and theater, not to mention losing his talent agency. The authorities chose not to seek charges due to limited evidence. With the allegations changing how many perceive Hammer, though, it'll be much harder for him to find a job in this town. Danny Masterson. A fixture of the late 90s and early 2000s, ironically thanks to a program called That 70s Show, Danny Masterson was instantly recognizable as Stephen Hyde. While he never played another character quite as popular, Masterson still found steady employment through Men at Work and The Ranch. He became unhireable after multiple women accused him of assault. From 2018 onward, Masterson saw no new acting gigs, but his court appearances kept him in the public eye for the worst reasons. The controversy climaxed in 2023 when Masterson received a sentence ranging from 30 years to life. If successfully paroled after 25.5 years, Masterson would be roughly 72 when released. As shocked as fans were, the evidence against Masterson might have been hiding in plain sight. Kevin Spacey. Winning 2 Oscars and helping to put Netflix on the map as Frank Underwood, Kevin Spacey's career appeared invincible. In reality, Spacey's career was as sturdy as a house of cards. It finally collapsed in 2017 when actor Anthony Rapp came forward in what would be the first of numerous high-profile allegations against Spacey. Netflix promptly fired Spacey while Ridley Scott reshot his scenes in All the Money in the World. Although Spacey has been cleared of the charges against him, the court of public opinion's verdict remains generally unfavorable to say the least. Spacey nonetheless seems determined to make a comeback. Even if he finds work here and there, it's hard to imagine Spacey ever regaining his standing as a bankable star. Bill Cosby. Cliff Huxtable, Alexander Scott, America's Dad, these are just some of the names that seem destined to define Bill Cosby's legendary career. That was all wiped out when Cosby's history of assault allegations entered the mainstream consciousness. While rumors about Cosby had been circulating for years, many assumed they were exaggerated or baseless. It wasn't until more women spoke up in 2014 that the public began to seriously question the comedy icon's innocence. Cosby would be proven guilty in 2018, only to be released on a technicality after 3 years. Despite being a free man for now, there's no question that Cosby ruined his life. He ruined numerous others in the process while also letting down a generation that once idolized him. Will Smith is an American actor, rapper, and film producer. Known for his work in both the screen and music industries, his accolades include an Academy Award, a Golden Globe Award, a BAFTA Award, and 4 Grammy Awards. Films in which he has appeared have grossed over $10 billion worldwide, making him one of Hollywood's most bankable stars for his portrayal of Richard Williams in the biographical sports drama King Richard. 2021, Smith won the Academy Award for Best Actor. At the 2022 ceremony, shortly before winning, Smith slapped and shouted at presenter Chris Rock after Rock made an unscripted joke referencing Smith's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith. The event earned substantial media coverage and criticism, with Smith ultimately resigning from the Academy along with being banned from attending all their events for 10 years. Dustin Diamond was known for TV shows like Saved by the Bell, Good Morning Miss Bliss, and Celebrity Fit Club. As a child actor, many saw potential in Dustin, and he did well in his formative years. However, in 2000, Diamond declared himself bankrupt, stating that his parents were misusing his money. During the early 2000s, Dustin Diamond became a serial liar in interviews, often lying about his girlfriend and fiancé and the state of his finances. He also had cases of violence through the years. As a result, he was not himself for a while. He, unfortunately, passed away in February 2021. Amanda Bynes has had significant and minor roles on TV from the 1990s through the 2000s. She started acting peculiarly in 2010. The last decade has seen her getting arrested and charged with possession of different drugs, listed among crazy celebrities, changing her appearance, and behaving erratically when in public. Amanda Bynes has had significant and minor roles on TV from the 1990s through the 2000s. She started acting peculiarly in 2010. The last decade has seen her getting arrested and charged with possession of different drugs, listed among crazy celebrities, changing her appearance, and behaving erratically when in public. Everyone remembers the great Mariah Carey meltdown of 2001. Mariah went under psychiatric care after hospitalization. It was reported that Mariah also attempted to take her life. A few weeks later, the singer and actress appeared on MTV Total Request live program. She started issuing popsicles to the audience. Mariah has had other public meltdowns throughout her career. She currently lives in Beverly Hills, California. You cannot talk of troubled celebrities without mentioning Winona Ryder. Ryder made her film debut in 1986 in the film Lucas. Despite having starred in several films during her teen years, she became controversial and made tabloid headlines. She was not contentious when she dated Johnny Depp and was even arrested for shoplifting in 2001. Winona once checked into a psychiatric institution. She took a break from acting and came back in 2016 as principal cast in Stranger Things series. The series is still ongoing.